the FUFA Women Elite League between Rennes and She Maroons. A great game it will be at around midday.
The ball was crossed in there, and the referee says that should be a free kick awarded to Team Vipers.
Yeah, and that's sometimes that calls for a yellow card because he deliberately went in and handled the ball. Yeah, he did that. He stopped the ball with his arms. For me, that is a deliberate move. On any other day, any
Probably
other referee,
yeah,
issues here booking.
Well, a free kick is awarded. And then later on, Fifi will of course be giving us a few of the details of that final that's coming up tomorrow. Of course, the two teams in the final already booking their qualification.
Yeah, Rennes Football Club, they lost Mr. Richard Biamukama, the proprietor, a few months ago, and they say they play for him. Then for She Maroons, they've been a very good team. Have a player who can fit on any other team, even the male sides also playing. She's very good, Millicent Namwemba. So I anticipate a very good game between both teams as we see the boys in pink. The boys in pink forming a wall, and Bobos shall launch his free kick.
Bobosi gets the free kick in, and Villa quite nearly. Do they score an own goal? Okay, that's a bit of confusion. Is that an own goal? It looks like Villa did score an own goal here. Ball was launched in, and Ndahiro.
Is the goal counted?
The referee did point to the center of the...
Yeah, just looking at the arrangement of the footballers coming in, looks like the ball went in.
It was a header there from Derek Ndahiro, and it appears the ball crossed the line.
Yeah, it the assistant referee... Well, that's when we need VAR, but we don't have it in the country. But that means the assistant referee, that is his territory. What happens?
Well, we'll still definitely need to get a bit of clarification there, but it would be very unfortunate for Derek Ndahiro to have put the ball into the back of his own net if it actually did go through, and would probably give
yeah,
Vipers
it looked like
the
Villa started the game from the center. But apparently we need to confirm if the goal went in. Nobody celebrated, yes.
It would be inches.
Yeah, but for me I think it's a goal. Yeah, it's a goal for the Venoms.
Would be very narrow margins. Throwing awarded here.
So we need clarification, Jermaine, because I did see Villa taking the ball to the center.
Weird scenes. The truth is the ball was actually brought to the center, but even the goal itself very suspicious here as the ball is brought in now, cleared away, trying to battle up for this particular one. Villa need to get back to concentration levels because now they are at a disadvantage as a quick touch is played in. Nice 1-2 touch coming in from Derek Ndahiro, setting it up onto the wing. Who's available, trying to cross the ball in first time here, but the ball is taken away, and now trying to figure out a way to get back into this game. Confirmation, Vipers did get the goal, and they lead this game by 1-0. Derek Ndahiro now to make the throw in for Team Villa. A little more urgency in their game here as they try to get the ball into the box area, trying to battle for this one. Sechiganda, but the ball is cleared away, and now the ball ricochets off the chance here. Could be a position. Goalkeeper comes to pick up the ball. That too much as Basangwa gets the ball here, dribbles his way into the 10-yard box area, slips the ball in, and a chance here! Ball smacks the upright, goes away.
Is it counted?
And the referee does point and says it will count. Villa conceding two, would we say, ghost goals today. Even the second goal, a firecracker there from Milton Carissa, but Villa will only have themselves to blame for that one.
The substitution is thanking the maker. Villa players are complaining to the assistant referee. The goalkeeper is losing his temper here. Hopefully somebody gets them back to their senses, because apparently it is not in their powers to accept the decision. This goalkeeper,
okay, now this is getting a bit rowdy.
Yeah, rowdy.
Martin Senkoto could get matching orders because he has shown aggression to the referee. But let's just get a replay of that particular one. The ball was actually threaded in. Tricky stuff here. Ball was threaded in, cleared, missed actually by Cesar Manzoki when the ball was brought in. There you go. Once again, ball was threaded in, and Caesar probably would have had the first crack, but the ball smacks the upright and bounces out. Let's get it from a different angle. Is that goal set to stand? The referee did not have a clear view.
It seems the ball crossed the line from down, Jermaine. But then you wonder, how does it come out? But then it crossed there. That is when it should have. We need something. It should have gone below and crossed the line.
I actually think the angle at which it hit the crossbar is what made it bounce out. But yeah, I would be more understandable to the fact that I think the assistant referee was in the best position.
To see that. But there are two things. The reason why you have that, the pitch is bumpy. That is one of the reasons, believe me. And it is Villa's. So that is one thing. The second thing, the Villa players have no right to attack the referee. I know sometimes you feel decisions don't go to your side. It's against Vipers, they are nemesis. Walk onto the pitch. Walk onto the pitch, finish the game. There is yet a lot to play for in Ugandan football. They will meet Vipers again and again. So whatever happens, they just don't need to lose their heads. In football, that happens. I've seen blunders in El Clasico. That is between Madrid and Barcelona. But Madrid, I've never seen players attacking the referee. They wait for the press conferences to air out their grievances. Just look at this again. It's really kind of hard to accept.
Angle.
Yeah.
Ball struck. It definitely crossed the line.
Down there. Down there is where we have the goal either going in or not. But the assistant referee says it's a goal. And now, I don't know whether the referee will wait for security. But the goal counts, and it is Bobo Sankarisa giving Vipers a leeway to the semi-finals.
It looks like the referee has sent someone off because
is it the goalkeeper? Yeah,
seems to be indicating that the player should leave the pitch,
and he has refused to go. I don't know, but and the player should be amongst those standing there. Is it a sending off or substitution?
Everything that could go wrong for Sports Club Villa is going wrong. They did not train. The players are a bit demoralized. They picked up a red card. They conceded a ghost goal in the first half.
I'm told.
They conceded an equally freaky one in the second.
I'm told sometimes when rain comes, it pours heavily. That is what is happening with Sports Club Villa.
My people down in Magic FM are saying when problems attack you, they come in a battalion.
That is what Villa is experiencing.
Still figuring out what exactly is happening here, as the Villa players, or the Pinks, are following up here around the goalkeeper, around the referee, and seems to be indicating that they should go to the touchline.
Yeah, to talk probably to their coach, but whatever is happening, the goals came in a funny way, but they are goals, and they are counting according to the referee and assistant referee. Both goals have been given by the assistant referee, who was in the best position to see if the balls crossed the line. Bobos's goal in the first half, and then Milton Kalisa's. I think for me it was a thunderbolt.
Real firecracker.
Yeah.
Well, the two goals do stand, and those two goals are giving Vipers a healthy advantage into advancing into the semi-finals.
Yeah, and to Ugandans out there, it is a game of Villa and Vipers. This happens with the rivalry, the competition between both teams. You expect this. I know for Villa it's kind of hard. For the Venoms, you're dancing. Some of them are just lying down there, wondering when the referee will stop the match so that you party till night.
Some are going to be very happy that there are no chairs that will be ripped up this time. But that is exactly what we expect when Sports Club Villa, the champions of the gone era, face off with the champions of the current era, Vipers. The referee looks like he's heading to the touchline to have a discussion of sorts as well. But again and again, when you see that replay, it's pretty clear the ball was over the line.
Yeah, my problem is the line. Because apparently if they had demarcated well the stay, we couldn't even have problems. Just look, is it below the line?
The angle itself is enough, because given the positioning the assistant referee was at, I think there's no dispute.
What is happening? We are only seeing 4 Villa players. Where are the rest? That is one of the questions. I don't know. Joseph Nsubuga, whatever is. Something happened in Wankulukuku. Again, a semi-final match between Vipers and Villa. Vipers were not going to play again after, I think, some decision. It took a phone call from Lawrence Mulindu, appropriator, to Nicolas Wadada and Tadeo Luanga, who were captains by then, to talk to their teammates to start. It looks like these 2 players here with the coach are contemplating not playing the next minutes. not playing the next minutes.
Could be the question there, but they were really fired up in there. And in case this game is actually played to the end, and the referee's report indicates the treatment that he received at the hands of the goalkeeper, Martin Senkoto, I think he might be cautioned by the disciplinary committee. You do not go after a match official.
He wanted to fight.
Aggression.
By the way, Ugandans watching, whether the goal is legit or not, at this point, it is not the players to decide whether it is legit or not, because we are also using what we are seeing is what we are giving you. Whatever you're seeing, we are also seeing. But the thing is, Villa have in any way to try boycott the last minutes. Let them play. Then because in football, for me, you can go and appeal any decision. Then they will complain after that whatever happened. Then we see what the decisions can then be taken. But as for now, it is not in their powers to try not to go for the game. Let's again look. But again, Jermaine, I've tried to look, but again, I'm still at crossroads.
For me, there's no justification for Villa boycotting this one. As far as I'm concerned, the goal went in. Given the positioning of the assistant referee,
you see,
look at that right there at the very corner. He sees exactly where the ball is. Nobody else was in the right place to see what happened here. And I think Villa now need to get back to the fundamentals of sports and why it's called a discipline. There's someone who was in the right place. He saw the ball struck the upright. I personally am a Villa fan, but this is going to be one bitter pill to swallow. I have to say that goal legitimately crossed the line. Legitimately. Well, let's wait and see what the uproar is all about. The referee sticking to his guns. He didn't actually make the decision on the first instance. He actually had a second, looked up at the assistant referee before going on to make that particular decision, and I think he does agree with his assistant there that that was a goal. So the question is, for Sports Club Villa, what happens next?
I don't know what Edward Kaziba is telling this is the fourth official in that regard, considering where he's standing. I know the videos will come up afterwards, but whatever it is, legit or not, we need to have the rest of the minutes played. When you look at the body language of the players, Orit was standing there. I wish you could see his reaction. He reacted, yes, it was a goal, but then Orit is Vipers, so you will say what happened. With the Villa players, it's really a hard pill to swallow at this point, that as they're trying to look for the so badly needed equalizer, then something like this happens. The first goal itself was something that gave them headache, and now the second one. But for the Venoms, they are just waiting for the minutes to be played, and they march on to the semi-finals.
He who lives by the sword dies by the sword. Villa have been guilty of ghosting past some results many times. Just when they look like they're losing a game, they somehow come up with an equalizer. Just when they look like they're drawing, they come up with a win. This time, someone is ghosting goals past them, and they're not liking the treatment they're receiving. But the clock continues to tick on. 55 minutes on the clock and counting. We probably are heading for another interesting session of extra time to be added, if at all the Villa players.
Is Martin Senkoto still on the pitch?
He was really. I did see him trekking back to the ball. There you go. There he is.
Just look at Derek Ndahiro sitting on the ball. I know.
Very distraught here.
Yeah,
he's a young lad who really loves to win and puts his all for the team. Unfortunately, couldn't keep out the first goal despite his best efforts, and the game ended. The goal was counted. Now here comes the second one, and they have to clear the ball away. The anger very visible here.
Yeah.
It is quickly turning into a very ugly.
That is the game now between Villa and Vipers. We've just been having smaller games. This is the game. This is the match. The goals will be discussed another day, but the match is between Villa and Vipers. You
rarely see a game between these two that stops in the 90 minutes. Lengthy discussions always afterwards. But the game is restarted, and the scoreboard reads Vipers 2, Sports Club Villa 0 on aggregate 3-1. Villa are a man down, and will feel they've conceded 2 dubious goals, but they do have a couple of minutes to play in here. And, well, we did say never count them out, but this could be a tall order for them to try and engineer another escape here. Ball brought through, played back in. Vipers now just content to pass the ball around. Interestingly, no yellow cards have been confirmed as of yet.
Yeah, I think the referee is trying to also manage the game. You know, as a referee, you also assessed after the game. So whatever happens here is in your custody, as some of the fans are becoming rowdy. And indeed, the former vice president for the clubs and also former vice president for Villa itself was vying for presidents at one point. He's trying to stop the fans. The referee needs to make sure there is enough security on the pitch, and then Vipers can go for their free kick.
You can accuse Villa of losing many things from the time when they were champions. One thing you cannot accuse them of is losing their passion.
No, they have
the
passionate. They have passionate fans, though sometimes those fans have been the undoing part of Sports Club Villa. I must admit, Jermaine. I must admit, though sometimes.
Well, here comes a free kick. They tried to go for a quick one to try and unsettle Villa, but just went over the bar.
The good thing, I think it's a limited number of fans allowed as of about 200, so that could be and they're in a barracks. So, because one would wonder after the game what happens, but they're in the barracks.
That too is a very crucial element. Ball picked up here by the captain for the night, gentleman by the names of Nsubuga, as they try to play the ball back in. Sports Club Villa look pretty demoralized here, and now Caesar could get himself a booking. Went out with studs showing, and the referee has no option but to brandish a yellow card here for the striker, and he looks pretty surprised, but I think there could be no arguments there from the referee. Manzoki picking up a yellow card as well in a game which you have to say has been really very temperamental, but the referee has done an excellent job to try and keep it down to the line as they get the ball in. Passing it back here to the defense here, looking for Waswa Joffrey. Lobes a long cross up front here, trying to figure out this one. For Vipers, they need to keep their cool.